Hey, welcome. Hello. Welcome to today's video about starting your day in a very positive way and intentional way, and really focusing on and knowing what am I thinking and being more mindful and conscious during the day so that you can really design and create your life instead of living in response to whatever's happening around you. All right. So my card I pulled today, and I usually try and pull a positive card, but I pulled this one and I thought, you know what? We're going to talk about this one. It is the, what is it again? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. This is from the Light Seers deck. And the affirmation that goes with it is, I am free to choose my healing and my light. I am free to choose my healing and my light. So in a way, it's like you are free to choose if you are going to get better or not. You can choose that. Am I saying you will for sure? No, I'm just saying you can choose it. And when you choose something, when you decide, when you say, I'm going to make this happen, this is going to happen, God, source, universe is going to come in and they're going to guide me, they're going to support me, he or whatever is going to help me, and I'm going to make it happen. That's the kind of thing, right? So let's see what it says. The overview is feeling stuck, a time to open your eyes and unveil the truth, having more options than you thought, an opportunity to let go of an old story. You know, when we're living in an old story, as in, oh, this is why my life never works, because this happens and this happens. And because this happened in my life, I can't XYZ, whatever that is, right? I have to do this. I'm stuck doing this. There's no way I can do that. We don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that. That's why we're doing these videos, is so that we can get you out of those situations and realize that you're the only one holding yourself there. The Eight of Swords is a gentle reminder that we are the creators of our reality. Look beyond the veil of illusion that your current limitations are projecting. We have somehow caused them with the people around us, right? Maybe we chose this challenge before we came onto this earth and chose, okay, this is something I'm going to choose to go through. I'm going to work through it because it's going to make me stronger. I'm going to learn so much and it's going to make me become this person, right? If you're feeling trapped with no clear path forward at this time, remember that this too is a perspective, as in I'm stuck and there's no path forward, because there always is a path you can take. There's always a new choice you can make, even if it's just an internal choice and how you choose to feel that day. When you choose sovereignty over victimhood, you become the fierce wielder of choice. Don't even know that word. You can choose to free yourself from your shackles because you are the one person who is responsible for your happiness. Absolutely. Boy, I know this one because I used to be the one who's like, I can't be happy because of this. My mom used to say, nothing makes you happy and you hate everything. That's what she used to say about me, because that's where my focus would be. I would be loud about things I wasn't happy about in my life. And the things I was happy with, well, I just didn't talk about them because I was content with them. So where did my focus go and my energy? On being angry, frustrated, all of those types of things. And it took me years to overcome this and to actually really realize that's the way I was living for so many years, right? So we don't want to be living like that. We want to have the awareness and the mindfulness of like, wow, where's my focus most of the day? What are some of the thoughts I'm thinking over and over and over again? What am I saying, right? What am I doing? That habitual, those habits that you do all the time that you're like, I don't know, I just do it. I don't mean to, but I just do it. That's because you're not being aware, you're running on autopilot, and therefore you're not making the changes you desire to make. And that's what we're here for. Right? Okay, so we all have these challenges. We all have these moments. I have been just recently, for a long time in a holding pattern. Kind of what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? What is going to be my next focus? How am I going to help women now? Where do I want to guide them through? Because I have so much knowledge. And that's not just to brag, but I absorb knowledge. I love it. I've been learning since I was in my 20s. I never read fiction. I read only like fact stuff that I want to learn. I want to absorb knowledge, but you can gain so much knowledge that it's overwhelming. And you're like, where do I even start? Right? I can help women in so many ways, but I can't just get on and say, I can help you in every area of your life. Just come to me, right? So that's my challenge, is trying to narrow things down. Now, the book I'm reading from today is actually my journal. Some things I wrote down. Now I have I journal every single day, and I have since I was in my probably late 20s, you guys. I have gone through so many journals. I actually go through a journal maybe even a month. And look at this one. It's quite big, right? Okay, so let's see some of the things that I have written down. And I just lost my last page. My first page I was going to talk about. So what I do is I journal in so many ways. And I will be doing this again, my 7-day morning practice ritual. That's coming again. So all of you, you can learn the journaling, you can learn the different ways that I start my day really in an intentional way to create and design my life, like the actual things I do. And we go through some of those. I don't think I can find where okay, we got to start with something. So I just want to touch on some of these 5 bodies. The physical body, which is your this is what I like to work through. This is what I want to help women with. This is a yogi thing too. The physical body, right? Flesh and bone, you're most vulnerable, manifesting any imbalances on the other layers of your body. The other layers, breath body or energetic body. So you have an energetic body. That's where your life force is, your circulatory and lymphatic and nervous system, we call the energetic body. Third body is your mental body, perceptions of the world, yourself, and others, home of the ego, your emotions, and your behavior. Fourth body is knowing body, the knowing body, wisdom, knowledge, values, beliefs, sense of right and wrong, personal growth. Fifth is the bliss body, body of consciousness, subtle body, like your spiritual body, right? And so when we work on health in all those areas, because like it said, your physical body will break down if your energetic body's not healthy, if your mental body's not healthy, if your where am I going now? The spiritual body and all of those things, right? Because when you're thinking toxic thoughts, they're affecting you at a cellular level. When you're going against your beliefs and values, like when you're having to live against them, which not many people do, but you could be because of a job or a partner, spouse, friends, you kind of follow the crowd instead of doing what you know is right. That'll break, your body will break down because of that too, right? And yeah, all of those things. So if you're not living in accordance to, in alignment with your goals, your values, your faith, all of those things, then your body will break down. And I believe that's why a lot of cancers are caused from. They kind of consider cancer now type C, a type C person. So there's a type A person, type B, and then there's a type C person. Those are the people who are most likely their cancer gets activated, because we all may have it inside of us. It just doesn't get like activated, right? People who people please, who put themselves last, who don't put themselves as a priority, who don't think they're really worthy or deserving. Everybody else is more important than them. And then they sometimes ends up with a narcissistic spouse or friends that take advantage of them. So then inside, they're dying inside. They're constantly being beat up inside, beat up, forgotten, not nourished, not taken care of. Bang. If that sounds like you, oh my God, it's time to turn your life around. Seriously. Because it's affecting your physical body. Okay, the other thing that this is a quote, and I cannot remember where I got this quote. That's the thing, I write down so many things in my journal. Sometimes I forget to put where they came from. Whatever you think and feel yourself to be, the creative spirit of life, God source, is bound to faithfully reproduce that in a corresponding reaction. If you believe yourself to be unworthy, you will attract people who think you are unworthy and they're going to pull on your energy, and they're going to be, oh my God, good, she'll take care of me because she doesn't take any time for herself, right? We will pull things to us because of our belief on who we are. Our life will reflect the belief of who we are. I'm somebody who can't do that. I'm too old. Like if we start saying I'm too old, oh, I'm too old now to start those things, or I used to feel really great, but now that I'm getting older, my back is aching, my knees are bad. If you're going into that, you are just creating it more and more and more. It is your reality. It will continue to be your reality, and your reality might get worse. Because it's like, okay, well, I'm going to just follow that. God source is like, she keeps saying that's what she is. That I guess that's what she wants. She's convinced that is who she is. So let's keep that way, right? So be very, very, very mindful of that. The way I show up each day further solidifies an identity that I hold about myself. So however you show up every day, right? When you continue to show up in the same way, it solidifies that you are that way. So somebody who shows up, oh my God, oh, I'm so stressed. This is never going to work. I'm never going to have time for me. There's always too much to do. No one helps me, on and on, right? When you continue to show up as that type of person, that will continue to be who you are. It takes you a decision to say, you know what? No, I'm going to stand up and start taking care of myself. I'm going to say yes to me. I'm going to put myself as a priority because all those other people around me, they get to take care of themselves. They get to take care of themselves. And if they're not willing to, then they can find someone else to take care of them. I'm not talking about aging parents. If you have aging parents, you know what I mean, right? But you always got to take care of yourself at the same time that as you were taking care of someone else, because you're no good to someone else if you're no good, feeling no good. Beliefs and definitions. A belief is a blueprint. Your belief is a blueprint. It's like, this is what makes you. Just like we said, right? The way you were showing up. If you believe you're that type of a person, your life will reflect that type of person. You will become that type of a person. And the definition that you think about it is key. So if I'm not good at math, let's say, I believe I'm somebody who's not good at math. That's not a major thing, right? That's like, who cares? I'm not good at math either. Someone might be saying, but it's what I believe about that. So I believe then that if I'm not good at math, I must be stupid. Then I'm stupid. And that's totally different than just saying I'm not good at math. Then if I believe that means I am stupid, that's going to affect all areas of my life. See what I mean? It's the definition we give it. It's the meaning we give it. So if somebody breaks up with you, let's say, if you believe I'm flawed, something is wrong with me, that's why they broke up with me. That's really a bad way to think about it because that becomes like such a negative thing in your body, right? And then you're going to act from that place. You're going to be a person who's not worthy of love. But if you see it as, oh, he broke up with me. Yeah, obviously we weren't meant to be. That's great. He'll find someone who's right for him. I'm going to find someone who's right and better for me. We're all good. This has worked out for the best. See what I mean? It is how you think about it, your perception about it, and the meaning you give to it determines how it affects you and your life. So watch that. Okay, that's the message for today. Go about your day, live in your heart. Think about, come from a place of love. That's what I like to think is come from a place to love. Be grateful. Look for all the things that you can be grateful for during your day. Look for all the things you can be grateful for because there's always things you can be grateful for. All right, have an amazing day, night. Whenever you're watching this, let me know you watched. Give me a like. Make sure to subscribe and feel free to share this video. All right, bye-bye.